Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and Jordan Love looks awesome doing it. Jordan Love, I thought earlier in the year was kind of one good game, one not so good game. Well, he's, stacked together a handful of really good games recently. I declared last week the best game I've ever seen him play, and I think he might have one-upped it this week. It's been incredible stuff. So let's talk about why I'm so impressed with what he's doing. Let's start off with this play. So it's going to be a zone coverage play. And this is a good play call by Matt LaFleur. Good stuff by Christian Watson. Christian Watson's played much better these past couple of weeks. And if he can play like a number one receiver, like he has been as of late, it could be really good stuff. Although really, it's the way this play action is going to work here, I think, is the real hero of this play. Watch as you're going to see Love takes the snap, he runs this play action, gets the ball over, and you see Watson is open. And these kind of plays just weren't happening earlier in the year. It's kind of the thing where when it goes well, quarterback gets all the credit. When it goes poorly, quarterback gets all the blame. Love was getting all the blame earlier in the year, but they weren't getting these plays. Watson wasn't getting open. The play actions weren't working. Well, on this play, both of those two things happened. The play action works and Watson gets open. Jordan Love is then able to just make the solid throw. And that's part of what you want to see, right? You want to see a quarterback just be able to make plays and make things happen. I phrased that a little bit poorly, but what I mean is you want to see a player just be able to run the offense. That's what you want to see. You don't want your quarterback to have to be in a bad situation. Sure, it's impressive when you're in a bad situation and can still make something happen, and we'll talk about those plays in just a second. But first, you want to see a quarterback just run an offense. Well, first you have to have an offense to run, and they did on this play. And then there's this play, which is kind of, it's not quite making something happen out of nothing, but it's also not quite a guy getting wide open and just hitting the open guy and, going to your first read, all that stuff. So it's going to be man coverage on a 3rd down and 5 situation, and Love is going to look to Watson, but not quite yet. Watch as when Jordan Love takes the snap, he looks towards Watson, but then steps up and navigates the pocket and eventually finds Watson. So Watson was open, but the way that Love navigated the pocket was really impressive. The way he was able to give himself some extra time, but also not putting his head down and looking to run, still keeping his eyes downfield. Feels like a lot of quarterbacks almost either do I'm going to run with the football, I'm going to try and scramble outside the pocket and then look downfield. It almost feels like a lost art in some ways, although there still are some that are great at it, at just navigating the pocket and working within the pocket to throw the ball down the field, especially athletic quarterbacks being able to do that. Well, Love did it here. You see Watson's open. Of course, Love not going to miss that throw. They're able to get a completion, able to pick up a able to pick up a touchdown on 3rd down and 5. Again, great stuff by Christian Watson, but great stuff by Jordan Love as well. This play was another good one where it's going to be man coverage. It's a 3rd down and 3 situation here, and what's going to happen is, again, trying to hit Christian Watson, which, like I said, getting him going, having him play like a number one receiver does so much for this offense. And when he is having one of those days, because he struggled with his inconsistency so far in his career, but when he's having one of those days, it just makes his Packers teams really good. And this is an example, although again, got to give credit to Matt LaFleur here. It's, man coverage. They're running this rubber route, which they love to run, right? Get traffic around, players, try to get defenders to run into other defenders, that kind of stuff. Well, let's see how it works. Love takes a snap. He looks over in that direction, and you do see 2 Kansas City Chiefs players are currently colliding with each other. This is exactly what LaFleur wants. Love is able to run the offense, gets the ball over to Christian Watson. Like I said, it's those easier plays. This is when Aaron Rodgers was winning MVPs, these were the usual plays, right? And then he would have the occasional play where he would make something happen out of nothing, which was how he was able to, add the most value possible. But there were plenty of these types of plays. You need these types of plays to develop a young quarterback, especially, and that's what we're seeing have happen with Love. But of course, got to go over here. This sequence was absurd. I feel like my Twitter timeline and everyone's Twitter timeline was probably going crazy at this point. So it's 4th and 1. Packers are up 2 points, but the Chiefs just had a long touchdown drive that they just couldn't quite get the 2-point conversion on. So if you're Green Bay here, you're like, let's not give them the ball back. It's the right play call. It just is. I know some people love punting, but in this scenario, I think even the people that love punting are even like, yeah, this is a fine play call. The concept itself looks like it's designed to get Romeo Doubs open over the middle, but I want you to watch the release he gets here. Of course, Romeo Doubs, the one who I've circled in white. Watch what happens when this play begins. You're going to see Doubs, a defender creates contact, and actually multiple defenders create contact, slowing him down a little bit, which makes it, the play just gives it an extra half second before Love can really see if it's open. On top of this, there's pressure up the middle immediately, so it's kind of one of those, it's going to take a half second longer for the play to work, and also you're getting about a second or maybe even a half second, something like that. You're getting time less to make the play, so this is completely disrupted the play for Love. However, watch him throw off his back foot. He's getting the ball to Doubs, and no Chiefs player reads this right away, which, in fairness, it's hard, right? You got to defend the players. It is a little bit difficult to read the ball and look at the players at the same time. I think still, it's just one of those weird things where there's almost like a perfect square surrounding Doubs. You probably, if you're a Chiefs fan, and certainly a Chiefs coach, would have liked to see someone say, hey, don't just cover grass, cover the defender. But still, again, it's a good just almost desperation heave by Love. As you see, he puts this one perfectly on the money, though, for a completion where Doubs is able to find a way to make the play. Sure, you can absolutely sit here and say that wasn't a great play. He just threw it up there. It was a YOLO ball. To some degree, I get it, but I would argue that it was the right time to throw a YOLO ball. It's 4th down and 1, and he put it in a perfect spot to where his defender was able to make a play. Like, to me, that's just good offense and a good play by Jordan Love. That's how I view that. And then he followed up with this play, which almost felt like a heat check a little bit of it's Christian Watson, man coverage, one-on-one in the end zone. So, okay, he's feeling himself a little bit. Love takes the snap. He's going to look over towards Christian Watson right here, and it's not really open. This is one of those where if you underthrow it a little bit and it's intercepted, everyone's criticizing the decision. Everyone is. But watch this beautifully thrown football. Hey, making an accurate throw is, a great way to make yourself a better decision maker, right? If you miss the throw, everyone criticizes the decision. You make the throw, everyone says, wow, what a decision. And really, it was just an incredible throw. One of the better throws you'll see all week, I think, by Jordan Love on that play. Incredible stuff. And the fact that he did those, 3 plays, 2 of those were those plays, right? There was a 1-yard run for loss in between them. Just incredible stuff from Love. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts. Really good stuff here from Jordan Love. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts? Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.